Let me tell you a story. It's about 20 years ago, and I was just starting out doing video work. I got this great gig to help a company make a video to promote their corporate exercise programs. I met my client to discuss some ideas, and pretty quick in the meeting, he says to me, "Kid, I got 30 years of experience doing this." And I had just enough experience to know what that meant, that he'd be in charge of the story and the interviews, and he didn't really need my ideas. I'm there to press the buttons, but it was a great gig. I was happy to have it. So we get to the interviews, and the first person comes in. It's a human resources person who tells us the exercise program involved this many employees, their insurance premiums went down this much. Then the next HR person comes in, this many employees, insurance premiums, my boss thinks this. Person after person, lots of facts and lots of figures. Then Chewy walks in. 20 years later, I don't remember the name of the client, but I remember Chewy's name because Chewy had a story. And the first thing he said, "Thank you for giving me back my grandkids." Before this program, I'd go home and I was too tired to play with them. The kids would tug at my sleeve and, Poppy, play with us," and I couldn't do it. Then I started this program, I lost some weight and I had more energy, and I'd go home and play with my grandkids after work. "Thank you for giving me my grandkids back." Wow, right? It's a pretty good story for a corporate exercise program. So a week later, I'm in the edit bay and I've got the Chewy footage all ready to go. And my client shows up with his notes. "Show me this person." It's one of the HR people. So I find their numbers and their stats. "Show me another HR person," and we get those numbers in there, put some other numbers in there. And finally I ask, "Hey, what about Chewy? His story, it was great." To which he says, "I've got 30 years of experience, kid." And I realized then that I knew something that he didn't, and he probably wasn't going to be willing to learn from me. Videos aren't about facts and figures. You've all seen hundreds of PowerPoints with facts and figures, and you remember none of them. But you remember the stories. 20 years later, I remember Chewy. That's kind of my secret superpower. I can find stories that help your organization to get their message out. Because when people hear the story, then they want to learn the facts and the figures. That's what the space on Facebook below the video can be for. That's what the rest of the email can be about. But the video, the story, that's how you get people to care about your mission the way that you care about your mission. And that's what I want to help you to do.